Hey guys, and welcome back to another episode of my journey to Platinum. Now in this game we're playing Tristana Pike against Vayne Thresh. So, pretty standard bot lanes, and then looking at the rest of the teams we've got an Annie against a Heimerdinger mid, a Graves against a Rengar jungle, and a Teemo against a Nasus top lane. So overall nothing too weird in terms of the team comps themselves. In terms of summoner spells or keystones or anything like that, there doesn't seem to be anything too out of the ordinary so far. Looks like we're getting some fights going on here. Let's walk after that Rengar a little bit, but it doesn't look like he's going to go too hard on it. Oh, the Pike flashed for that by the looks of it, and also got the Ignite on. They did use a Ghost, so not something to worry about in the lane, but unfortunately the Vayne did get a kill. So, not a great start, unfortunately, but hey, what are you going to do? Alright, so we did get a lot of summoners there, we did also use a lot of summoners, so just something to remember. Okay, thinking about early game, they have a pretty heavy engage with their Thresh, but so do we with our Pike and my W. I think both supports use their secondary summoner spell, and I'm not sure if the Thresh used his flash, I didn't actually see. Hopefully this Pike waits for me to get in range before doing anything to those minions. Yes, but I do miss out on one of them, unfortunately. Press this Vayne a little bit. Okay, I did take a decent amount of damage for that as well, but I do actually have lifesteal on my runes. I'm trying to run the Ravenous Hunter and stuff as well, just to see how useful that actually is, because I see a lot of AD carries running it, which you wouldn't have seen running last season. So, just trying it out, seeing how it feels. And this is also my first game of Tristana in quite a while, so yeah, a little bit rusty on it probably. Also just a side note, it is quite late at night for me at the moment, so I'm just being a little bit quiet here. Okay, that was a good hook from Pike. I'm just going to flash all the way here. Oh, can I get out of this? Yeah, I'm just going to stay back a little bit here because I don't want to get killed by the Thresh. Okay, and yeah, the Pike did have it, so it was a good idea for me to just stay back a little bit there. Can I get that? I can, good. Okay, the last thing you want with Tristana when you're farming is for the minions to sort of take it, or take the one with your bomb on it. So, I'm glad that didn't happen. And we're good, we're going to be able to get back here. Now, Vayne looks... oh no, she is back. So taking a quick look at the other lanes, nothing too much happening over there, so nothing really to worry about. We'll get two long swords towards our Kraken Slayer, because they do have a Nasus and they do have their Thresh, who, even though as a support, he does get surprisingly tanky sometimes. Just picking up my summoner spells there so that the Pike knows what's going on. Gonna take a quick look at jungle and mid, just to see what's happening, because the Annie is pushed in and the Graves is hanging around the top side, so I just figured I'd see what's going on there. Rengar, we don't know where he is. The dragon is spawning in about a minute. So just something to be aware of, I guess. Rengar generally isn't probably going to gank too much until he's level 6. But he is going to hit level 6, obviously way before us. So still something to consider. Just to be a little bit careful around him. Because Rengar is very well known as the AD carry killer a lot of the time. So, just to be cautious. And I'm going to stay back a bit from this Thresh because he is looking a little faster. Okay, he doesn't have that anymore. Okay, I'm just going to get some damage off there. Okay, I'm going to get him. Vayne is going to condemn me there, unfortunately, so I can't really get too much else, I don't think. Not with this Thresh standing in my way anyway. There is a world where maybe I could have played that better. And gotten the Vayne kill out of it as well. I don't think I could have jumped in at the end there because of the Vayne condemn anyway. But I am going to get... oh no, I'm not going to get that because of the the Thresh W there, unfortunately. But it's okay, we will still pick these minions up if Graves doesn't take them. Doesn't look like he's going to take them though, so that's good. It's helpful for us. Get the scoreboard. So the Vayne did get a kill earlier, and then the Rengar got that kill by the looks of it. So I'm just going to try and fast push this one. Just to try and get a good back off. And keep the pressure on a little bit. Minions are attacking that one, but I didn't manage to get it anyway, unfortunately. Oh, go for that dude. Oh, he missed it. Okay, I'm just going to keep going for this Thresh. Because I don't really know what he was doing there. And I don't really know what this Rengar is doing either. The Vayne is going for us, so I am just going to back off a little bit. In fact, I am just going to go for a straight back here. Take a look at mid lane there, because it looks like something's going on. And he did get very low. Looks like the Donner is actually not really super far ahead of her or anything like that. But, yeah, I don't know. And I do want to pick up this dagger, actually. So just be a little bit careful about that. Okay, W back to lane to get there faster. And, yeah, looking pretty decent in terms of our items in our farm. We are ahead of the Vayne in farm. We do have an extra dagger and the boots over here as well, so nothing huge in terms of item spikes or anything like that. But we are still ahead. And we do, yeah, as I said, we do have the extra farm and the boots and everything. So, and we also do have our summoner spells coming back up. Our heal is actually already up, so we can fight once we clear this minion wave out of it, probably. Pike looks like he is waiting for something to happen here. Let's get an auto off there on her. Pike. Just gonna water the Thresh here. I can't make him near the Vayne. And yep, he is gonna try and hook, so good thing I stepped back a bit there. Okay, this is going pretty well. This Pike is actually playing pretty good, which is definitely beneficial for me. Definitely grateful for that. I don't have the best luck with hook supports generally, so I'm glad this time it's not following the general way it goes. And we can probably get some damage off from the tower here as well. And will Thresh walk up to that? He will. So just step out a little bit. And I'm just gonna heal for that. Goodbye, Vayne. I don't really want to go anywhere near you. So that did cost me my flash and my heal. I misjudged a little bit when the Vayne would actually be back. I didn't think she would be back quite that quickly, so yeah, that ended up being a pretty risky play for me, and probably one that I shouldn't have taken. But oh well, maybe I should have gone for the jump earlier, and then maybe it would have turned out a bit better. But I'm always just a little bit hesitant about diving people, and that's probably something I can work on a little bit as I get better at the game and as I sort of climb up through the ranks, is figuring out when is a good time to dive and when is a sort of a bad time to do it. Because I tend to always think it's a bad decision, even when I could probably get a bigger lead out of doing it sometimes. But as I said, that's something I'll just get better at deducing as I spend more time trying it out. But yeah, I don't generally like to do it too much. Right? So the Vayne did manage to condemn the Pike out of the way there and not take too much damage because of it. But it's good that he did get the condemn out of it, because that is a decently long cooldown. Now we are just going to probably push this, I think, because that is one of Tristana's strengths, obviously, is pushing these towers. Okay, and she will die from that. Good. I can't heal you, so hopefully you're okay, but you're not. Okay. And we are just going to jump all the way over here, just to get out of the way of the Thresh. Some auto attacks on him there. He did still go on me. Unfortunately, I didn't get my E off as quickly as I would have liked. Now, I do want to go up and get this farm, but I'm also a little bit wary because Rengar. I think they are probably on the dragon, so I will question mark ping that, just to let my team know. But I'm sure they probably already know what's going on as well. Now, I can't really step up too much. I'll potentially try and go help this, because the Pike is there. Okay, yep, we'll go for this. Cool. So we did get that kill. Now we will go to push out this wave. The vein is here. We can actually potentially even try and dive them or something with the graves here as well. So we will see though. We will see. Okay. So we are managing to push this out pretty quickly. That's good. As I said, one of Tristana's strengths, definitely. Vein is going to walk into that and take damage for it. I think we will just leave here. Go back and get some items. Definitely the safer play to make. I can get my Kraken Slayer and I can also get my full Berserker's Greaves. So, just let my Pike know that that's what I'm aiming to do right now, so that he doesn't go in too hard while I'm not there. And overall this game is going very well. Our Teemo is not behind the Nasus, so that's good. The Nasus is getting quite a decent amount of farm though, so although the Teemo isn't necessarily too far behind him, the Nasus also isn't really getting punished. So that's, I guess Nasus going even is kind of like Nasus winning. But hopefully we'll be able to deal with that as time goes on. The Annie is ahead of the Donga by a little bit. They're pretty even actually. All things considered, he's got pretty close farm to her, so I guess she's not that far ahead. But looking at our lane, we are definitely very far ahead. So just trying to push this lead right now. Just getting an auto off on him there, get a couple of autos. 3 autos actually. Ooh, and we're actually just going to kill him. Okay. And we did take a couple of tower hits for that, and actually that did a lot of damage to us. I'm just going to heal. And we are just going to kill her. The vein got a little bit big for her britches there, so we were able to just take advantage of that. And we can probably get the tower now as well. Let's see, is it going to be first tower? It looks like it will be. It will. Cool. So now we can just push out this wave, and then try and help the rest of our team. Because although the rest of our team aren't doing badly or anything per se, in terms of the towers and stuff, it does look like they are getting a wee bit behind. We don't have any tower plates in any other lanes. The enemy team is taking quite a decent amount. So looking at what we're going to go into next here, I don't really actually know what to go on Tristana because I haven't played her. So I will just go for... yeah, I really don't actually know. We'll go with Bork maybe. Just because, as I said, I have no idea what I should actually go on Tristana. So we just need to get out there fast. Maybe head up towards top lane so we can try and punish this Nasus. Thinking about it with their team, healing reduction definitely will be useful against the Nasus at some point. It does look like he's gotten ahead of the Teemo now as well. So, yeah, we definitely need to try and do something about him before he gets out of control. Pike probably was a bit premature there, but we did manage to get his flash from it, I suppose. So definitely, we didn't get nothing from it. But yeah, I would have potentially liked the Pike to just calm down a little bit there and wait for me to get there. Probably could have gotten more out of it if he did, but oh well. Looks like Rengar is in the area, so just hang around here. Oh, we can get rid of him. They got the team on kill as well, so getting some more gold onto the rest of our team as well. Another thing that we've got to make sure we do, even though we are definitely very much ahead of our lane opponent, and you can sort of only really rely on yourself in these games. We do want to make sure that we're not the only one getting gold, because then if we do die later on in the game, if something does happen, then it can be a bit difficult to actually stay in the game. But it looks like our Pike did get a double kill, so it looks like we're getting some gold in there as well. Let this Teemo know that we do have stuff up, so we can try and go for this kill if the Nasus does walk up. Although it doesn't look like he is. Oh, there he is, actually. Ooh. I'm actually just going to get out of here, because he did a lot more damage to me than I thought he would immediately. Hopefully Teemo can get that. I did do a decent amount of damage to him, and Teemo can blind him, so he should be okay. Wait, he actually didn't... oh, he did get him, but he killed the Teemo somehow. Which I don't really know how that happened, considering the Teemo has a blind. And Nasus is all about his autos, and I guess his W? I think it's his W, the other spell. I never actually played Nasus, so I wouldn't know specifically which one it is. But the giant circle. I didn't think that Teemo would be in any danger of dying now, but oh well, I guess I was wrong. So we'll try and just get this tower. Now I didn't see where the Rengar went, so there is a chance that he's coming up here to ult me. Hopefully not, but there is the possibility, as always. So I guess just try and get these minions and then book it. Okay, so he was on the mountain drake, so I don't actually have to worry about him coming up here, but I do have a lot of gold. So I will just head towards my board, because I can actually buy that after about 15 gold now. So I will just let my team know that I'm waiting for that for a little bit, before heading it down into probably the bot lane to try and help out with this. Okay, so the Teemo did look like he managed to hold them off a little bit. So maybe I don't actually need to go immediately and let help him. I will run up towards the mid lane maybe. I think the ball will be a decent item to go on Tristana, because it does give you the movement speed as well. Looks like something is happening up here, but I should be able to make it in time to make a difference. Stop with that, and then jump onto the thresh. Good. Okay, that worked out really well. It was definitely the better decision to go mid, although it did cost me my flash. I potentially didn't 100% need to flash or anything like that, but it definitely just got it done quicker and guaranteed the kill. So, again, it's all about safety, I guess. Just making sure that the play actually does go ahead. We'll just go for that. I don't think we actually managed to get her, but I think we did get her heal out. So, we did get something for it, even if it wasn't necessarily as much as we would have liked. Okay, I am going to get those wolves as well. And it looks like Donga is potentially walking down here. I will let Teemo just sort of chill over there. And yeah, I will go for this Donga over here as well. So hopefully Annie can do something here. Oh. Okay, now I'm just going to walk away from here and just heal prematurely. Try and grab his turrets. That didn't go out over too well, but it's okay. It worked out a little bit in the end, I suppose, even though Annie did die for it. We do have a lot of gold again, but I do want to try and get this red buff if the Graves will give it to me. So, it looks like he will. So, thank you, Graves. And maybe I'll take these Krugs as well. Okay, so we are definitely still ahead in this game, so nothing to worry about too much at the moment. We might even go for this Vayne before backing if she gets a little bit too comfortable around here. So we'll just wait in here and then see if she walks up. And if she does, then we will just jump on her and kill her. Because I don't think she will be able to outplay us too hard. But it doesn't look like she's walking up, so we'll just get this farm. And we'll just take that as our consolation price. W out of here and then back. So we do have over 2,000 gold. And I think looking at their team, it will be good to get some what's it called, Grievous Wounds as well as potentially some more crit as well. So we will go into a Mortal Reminder, because the Nasus is going to be an issue, I would say. He's the only one on their team that's ahead. The Donga's staying fairly up there as well. He's actually probably ahead of the Annie, all things considered, right now. But I think that the Nasus will be the main issue going forward. I'm just clearing out this wave just before we head up. You should always aim to do that before you go anywhere. Good. I misclicked the turret, so we didn't actually get that. So that was my bad. We would have killed him there, but I unfortunately misclicked on the turret, so... Oh well. We will sell our Doran's Blade here to get the Mortal Reminder completed. Just because we're at that point of the game now where we don't really need the first item that we got, which was Doran's Blade. It will be more beneficial to us to have a full item. And I think next we will go into the Rapid Fire Cannon, which potentially is what I should have gone into earlier. Maybe instead of the Mortal Reminder. But, as I said, the first game of Tristana of the season, not really 100% sure what's going on. Now they will potentially go for that dragon, which we should probably fight for. But the Vayne is also just free pushing up here, which I don't want her to scale too hard. So what I will do is just jump on her. Now she will probably just condemn me, or not. She probably should have tried to condemn me there at least. She wouldn't have killed me, but it would have at least saved her from dying, probably. So I would have thought she would have tried that. But, oh well. I'm glad that she didn't. Because it would get me the extra kill. Push this out before heading over to the dragon, which is spawning in 1 second. They are probably going to get that because we aren't set up particularly well. Oh no, we're not even on it yet. So, we can actually potentially just get this. But I don't want to jump over that pit and waste my W. They do have a TP coming in here. So we do want to just be aware of that. Get rid of this turret. And the Rengar is around. Okay, I'm going to jump over here. So I can't go in normal position now. We get rid of his turret. But they will get the dragon for this, unfortunately. I actually thought that TP was from the Nasus at first, which is my bad. Donga is just very hard to gank in general as well. He's very hard to catch out because he can just dump his turrets around and then do a surprising amount of damage. And he is doing that to us right now. Oh, and Rengar is right over there, so I will just get away from that bush. Because I did see him around there. So just wait till we see him a little bit. There he is, he's up there, so we don't need to worry too much. We should be able to lifesteal off of this wave when it comes up. And not have to worry too much about Rengar, because he did use his ult in that dragon fight. Now, as expected, the Nasus is getting a little bit out of control. Which I will attempt to solve. But I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to make it over to where he is in time. Oh, there he is. We'll just kill him, get him out of the way. And we'll just usually go for this Rengar now. And make him flash. Okay. So we did also get the flash out of the Rengar, and I saw Thresh over there, so we'll be a little bit careful. He's going to run up that way. We can 100% get this. Oh, never mind. I was going to say we can 100% get this tower, but then I'm going to show that. So we will just leave, I think, because Donga is a little bit too long range for me to handle right now. So he does too much damage to me from a too high range. So we will just walk on out of here. Because we do have a lot of... Actually, it looks like the Graves is wanting to give me the red buff, and I don't think he'll just leave it for me to wait until I get my item. So I will just pick it up now, and then head off. So I can actually almost get my full rapid fire cannon, so I will wait for that, because it's only 100 gold off, and these Krugs are about to spawn, and the Dominant is pushing the wave into the bot tower. So, if I just wait a little bit, then I can just get the full item straight up, without having to really hang around a base or back at an awkward time or something like that. So we'll just get these Krugs, get these minions, and then we will leave immediately afterwards. Okay, and just, oh, okay, never mind, I'm not going to walk up any further. So Dogger is potentially just going to push out another wave, but I can get my full rapid fire as mentioned. It looks like Pyke might be trying something here, and it looks like Annie is walking down as well. So I will just probably jump into him in a second. Yep. Okay, and there's... I guess that's why you don't try and get too greedy around Humdinger. Definitely my bad there. I expected that to go obviously a lot better. But that's okay. So I'll get the rapid fire cannon and then we'll probably move into the Infinity Edge next. Looking at what's going on with the rest of the map. In mid lane, Nasus has definitely just turned into a raid boss right now. Teemo is handling the situation okay, but Pyke is probably just going to kill himself there. I'm not really sure why he hooked the Nasus in, because I think he just killed himself and the Teemo in that process. Yeah, he definitely did. And he is kind of pushing the bot lane, but looks like she's backing now, which is potentially the better option. Now the Teemo is pinging the Pyke, which, yeah, I don't generally agree with pinging too much, even though I am guilty of it myself sometimes. But I can definitely understand why he's a little bit frustrated with that Pyke hook, because the Pyke hook definitely did just kill the Teemo as well. Okay, so Thresh did just back. The dragon is coming up, which will be Infernal Soul for them if they do manage to get it. So we need to definitely stop them from getting that. Okay, so I will try and attempt to set up around here or clear out some vision at the very least. I'll attempt to get the Scuttle Crab as well, just so that we have some vision of our own as well. So Rengar is around the area. They are pushing in the bot wave as well, which isn't very favourable for us. But because I got that Scuttle Crab, it will at least give us some vision around the area, so we will know sort of what they're trying to do. Now I will try and push out this mid wave just a little bit, so that we can not have every wave sort of pushing against us while we get ready for this fight. I do have my Q back up soon, and it looks like Pike could get a hook, but I don't know whether it will lead to anything. Okay, let's go for the vein. Let's ring up. Okay, try and get out. Okay, so we can get out for now, but I can't really walk up too far because I am very low on HP. And yep, the Nessus did just flash on me. Okay, so Nessus against Pike in terms of getting that dragon. Nessus would obviously get the dragon, but I'm not sure if he's going to stay around for it. I think he will just not bother. Oh, no, he is going for it, so Pike does kind of need to stay around, even though I think that the Nessus will just get that dragon for free. Plus the Rengar is up in 5 seconds now, so I don't think there is very much chance of Pike getting this, because the Nessus will just do a lot more damage to it than the Pike will. But honestly, he's got to try for it. And he's not even going to try for it. Okay, that's a little bit unfortunate. But, oh well. We just have to deal with what we're given. So there is a big bot wave, but it looks like Graves and Annie are both headed towards that. They have got Infernal Soul now. So, definitely something to be very concerned about. We have to play a lot more carefully now, because even a random Q, or random W from Nessus, I mean, will do a lot more damage than it did before. And we also have to be very careful of Rengar actually, so I probably shouldn't be this far up in the lane. But I also have to get this farm and try and get towards my Infinity Edge. Let's see, hopefully we can get these walls. Oh, they're actually at the Baron, and they did just straight up get the Baron. That's also my bad for not even considering that they can do that. I will just jump over here. This Rengar is just going to do that. Now, I'm just going to walk away from here. Try and get some autos off on him here. Get some autos off wherever I can, in fact. Okay, good. So, looks like we did get a kill there. They didn't manage to get the tower. I'm just going to have to heal, get out of here because of the Infernal Soul. Unfortunately, with the Vayne getting some autos off there, that is a big pain in my butt. We should be able to get her there with the team on. We did, which is good. Looking at who's dead, they only have the Donger and the Rengar up. And the rest of them down for a decent amount of time, so I will just try and get a bit of a push on here. And not only the Rengar is up, but the Thresh is up in 3 seconds, and the Nessus is up in 12. So, definitely something to be cautious of. Even if I can only get the push on, it's better than nothing. Now the Rengar is going to come after me. Get ready to R him. Good. Okay. So he did do a decent chunk of damage to me there, but we did get his ult out of it. We are just going to back soon. We'll try and get another wave before backing so that we can get the Infinity Edge. But yeah, we don't want to stay around too long, obviously. Okay. So, get this wave and then look to back. Oh, we didn't actually get that cannon minion, unfortunately. Well, Thresh is there as well, so we don't want to stay around. And Nessus is also pushing the bot wave, so I'm going to back, get my Infinity Edge, and head towards that bot side. The Dragon and the Baron both aren't up for a while yet, so that's not something to worry about at the moment. I am full build, which is what I kind of need to be at the moment. I need to be the one to carry this game. The Pike is also doing very, very well, obviously. Not taking any credit away from him, but he isn't going to do enough damage to their entire team, especially the Nasus, to deal with the threat that he has actually become. And also with the Donga having the Hourglass as well, Pike's ult becomes kind of useless there. So we obviously just have to kind of look for a pick, and then, well, a good pick at that as well, and then hope that we can pull a rabbit out of a hat and do something there. Because at this moment, if the Nasus gets too much in our way and gets too far ahead in the fight, then we just aren't going to be able to do too much. So the Heimerdinger did get knocked out there. But yeah, Vayne is now starting to do Vayne things because it has hit the late game. And obviously Nasus as well. So we did manage to get the Vayne there. Rengar is around. So it's Nasus. Good. Now we don't have any teleports up in our team at the moment to go down to that mid wave, so I will just push out this top one. The Rengar did ult around there before, so I shouldn't have to worry about his ult too much. But yeah, we'll just get this push on so that we can have more waves pushing than just the mid one. They are dead for another 4 seconds at least, and that is only Thresh. So the main problem that will be coming up soon is Heimerdinger, and he is up in 5. So, if we can hopefully get some damage on this turret before then, so that he can't sort of TP and stop us from doing this, that'd be good. Okay, so we did manage to do that. Now with 1600 gold I will just back and probably get an elixir. There's no real reason for me to sell my boots or anything at the moment, so I will just get the lifesteal elixir and then head towards this dragon, I guess, because that is spawning in less than a minute, and if they get a Elder Dragon on top of Infernal Soul, then it will be very hard to fight them regardless of how fed I have actually managed to get this game. So let's see, hopefully we can get a pick on Thresh here maybe. Will he walk up? Or potentially even the Vayne. I will just actually flash right off. Cool. I had to use my flash and my heal for that just to be safe. But with how much damage the Vayne is also doing at the moment, I think that is a worthwhile trade to make. Now the dragon is up in 20 seconds, which Vayne will not be here for. So yeah, I definitely think that was the correct thing to do right now. Ideally I wouldn't have wanted to use both my summoners, but she did do a lot more burst damage than I initially expected. So I will need help here because of the Rengar coming in with his ult. Just get a little bit of damage off there, and we need to try and burst this dragon down. Just kill the Thresh as well. Cool, we are going to get him. Okay, if we can keep these minions pushing in, then it looks like the Dolan is also backing, so we don't have too much threat going on over there. If we can get this Nasus, then we won't have to worry too much. Cool, we can get him. Okay, that should be game if the Donga can't defend against us, because I don't think the Vayne will be able to get rid of all of us if we just keep pushing on here. So it's mainly the Heimerdinger that is the main issue right now. And we will just go for this as well. Just because we have the Elder Drake, we can go for that. Ooh, I steal a little bit off these minions. Cool, and that's game. Okay, so we did manage to pull that game through. We did manage to actually carry that. The Nasus was scaring me a little bit, I have to admit, so I didn't think we would be able to end up doing as well as we did. But thankfully the rest of our team were also fit enough to do something there. I will give that honour to the Pike because he got some really good hooks in the early game and he did help us get through that lane very well. So just taking a quick look at the scoreboard after we get through these notifications. Definitely we carried that game, so very happy with that. The Pike definitely put in work as well, so I'm glad that we had a bot lane that put in that much work throughout this game. And looking at their team, yeah, the main issue was obviously the raid boss Nasus and then the late game Vayne. Taking a look at the graphs, yeah, we definitely did the most damage in that game. We did just under 40,000, so definitely put in work, definitely did our job. And yeah, I'm really happy with that game. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I hope you guys will tune in and stick around for the next one. Thank you guys.